And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the winners match. Welcome on to the winners match here of the FEL, the Fusion Esports League Cracov 2025 Polish Championship. We are here to determine the first player to make it through the group stage into the playoff bracket. Here we go, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Pylon, we have the Polish Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing ROC Esports. It is Spirit. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have the Polish Protoss player. We have the Blue Protoss representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. Oh, gee, let's go. And if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Such luck in the chat as we get into our initial matchup here. We're going for the Proxy 2x, Bunker Rush. No gases here. Okay, no gases whatsoever. We're going Mass Marine and alongside some bunkers alongside this, I would imagine here. This is a TVZ build. This is a rare sight here in TVP. So a bold move here by Spirit. He's sending it across the map. Now, what I will say is that I do favor Gerald in a longer game. Like Gerald, he has some insane late game PvT. We've seen Gerald take it to Cure. We've seen Gerald take it to Bjorn. We've seen Gerald take down some big Korean Terrans in the late game. If he can get there, that's only if he can get there, though, because Spirit, he knows, and he's going to try to end the game early. Also in the chat, fala galera, papi, fala galera. I do see Ice Guy in the chat as well. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenidos. Obrigado, papi. Obrigado. Ice Guy. As the Marines are amassing and Spirit is all in. He's all in, papi mio. We do see Gerald's going for his own gate cyber expand here. Standard opener out of Gerald. Nothing crazy, nothing wild. Here we go. The bunkers are upon us. The SCVs have arrived and the bunkers are on the way. Again, as we mentioned, this is a little more commonplace amongst Terran versus Zerg matchups, less so against Protoss. And Gerald, he is none the wiser. He's none the wiser. He did open up Zealot first, thankfully, to try to punish across the map. He did see no gas. Yeah, he knows. He knows that there's some kind of weird proxy. He saw no gases. He saw no racks. Shield batteries on the way. Marines have arrived. And the Zealot are taking a lot of hits, a lot of damage. From here, going for the shield battery as well. Yeah, the shield battery is going to be denied. Oof. Zealot taking a lot of damage. We should be getting a backup shield battery here on the high grounds. Bunker is complete, and behind this we have the factory on the way. Factory back at home. And the goal here, can we break the natural? No shot. Can we break the natural base? Can we break the Nexus? We have one Stalker was done to work with. We do have a Robo on the way behind this as well. The base is cancelled, and that is all this Spirit was hoping for. He cancels the base. I mean, ideally he wanted to catch his Zealot as well. But from here, Geralt, he should be able to hold on. He's got a Stalker, he has a Zealot, he has a shield battery. Geralt, he should hold on to the main. Oh. But from here, Spirit, he is now looking to break out of this. Going into a 2-on-1 delayed CC, going for a safety Cyclone, I would imagine. Going for the Cyclone back at home. Behind this, Geralt throwing down 2 more gates, so going for what looks to be almost a setup for a 1-base all-in, or just very committed on 1 base, as of course he cannot expand. It's just a brutal position here for Geralt. Very brutal. There's that CC on the way. Spirit is now expanding. It's a late CC, I guess in comparison to everything else, but it's faster than that of Geralt, and that's what matters. So it's going to be a CC after the starport. Cyclone is on the way. Medevac as well. Going for the Cyclone drop. That has arrived. Spirit now is going back home. He will be broken. And Geralt now he can expand. Heals at the bunker. Geralt breaks out. And claims his own Nexus. So the game will continue from here. Currently, Spirit is ahead. Like Spirit, he does have a lead. He has momentum. He's moving out with his drop. He's with his Cyclones, has his Marines. And we'll see if we can get across the map. So far, there's nothing at home to defend. Gerald is actually pushing out with everything. Prism, the Immortal, Sentries as well. Let's go. Gerald, he is committed, but he's going to be pushing into a tank. The tank itself, there's actually not much to protect it. There's no bunker. So we could even see Gerald try to break this position. But at the same time, Spirit, he slips into the main. Oh, no. Does slip in, going for the Apoptosis Pylon. No, the Pylon powers everything, forces the recall back home. Yeah, the army does recall, Pylon goes down, depowers everything. And he just picks up and leaves. He forces the recall, snipes the production, gets the hell out of here. We see Gerald attempting to intercept, okay. Gerald, he does attempt, he does spot the medevac. Hoping to try to catch Spirit off guard. Speaking of, volley goes off. Oh, gets one, gets two. And he barely does not get the... barely does not get the medevac. Medevac does get away. Tanks do siege on the high ground. And the punish is real. Oh my god. Takes down the Adept. And it falls. Brutal tank shots. Spirit heals on 2 bases. He expands. He's saturating. Spirit he breaks out. I believe he just lost the medevac. Yeah, medevac just went down. The Prism! Ta-da! Prism goes down. And this might just be too much. I mean, if he can fight within range of his tanks, then Spirit, he can claim the fight, he can push. But he needs those tanks. And I pulls back. Pulls away. Behind this 3rd TC in production. So Spirit just maintaining that greater economy. Let's maintain. So double S7. ¿Qué tal? Bienvenidos. Gerald again trying to expand himself, going for his own splash gem of choice, going for Storm. Storm is on the way. Cyclone catching out his Zealots. Liberation into the main. Oh, Warped in Zealots to defense. Our probes are going to be going down. Yeah, 3, 4 probe kills. Nice damage here from Spirit. And we did mention that again, like Spirit, his goal here is to try to break Gerald early on and slow him down and cripple him before a 4-base kind of setup, or even a 3-base setup. And so far, Spirit, he's done well. He's done very well for himself. As Spirit, he's still ahead in workers, still ahead in economy. And the supply disparity that you're seeing here, it's going to get larger. At this point, it's going to get larger, especially once the 3rd base kicks in for Spirit. Now, things are looking bleak here for Geralt, but with Storm, anything can happen, right? If you can land a juicy Storm here on the Bio Army, if you can catch the tanks on siege, for example, like there are opportunities, there are ways for Geralt to recover. Warps in into the main, the warp in will finish just in time. Zealots, they do trickle into the main at the same time. Tanks run, well, tanks do siege. Yeah, they siege in time. Tank boys going off, Storm on the tanks, but the High Templar go down. This is not worth it. It's not worth it. As Geralt, he will lose everything. Oh god, the Immortals, the High Templar, the Stalkers, the Chargeless, they get cleaned up in the main. And there was maybe an opportunity there, but you can see here, Spirit, he's got almost double the supply. He has a massive army supply lead, and we spoke about it, right? Once his 3rd base kicks in, that's when Spirit kicks into high gear. And now he's pushing. Liberator back into the main. Snipes 2 workers. Likewise, Dustin forward. GG, and with that, Geralt Spirit, he will break the natural base, and Spirit, he takes game number 1. GG. A very aggressive game here by Spirit to kick things off. Remember, he went proxy 2-Rax bunker rush at the natural, and he cancelled the natural base as well. It was just a brutal start, and we saw that Geralt, he tried to counterattack thereafter. He was forced to recall back home. He couldn't really get any counter damage done, and Spirit, he was in the driver's seat with his drop play, with his Liberate Harass in the aftermath as well, with a faster 3rd Nexus, or 3rd CC, I should say, for Spirit. Just getting further ahead and maintaining his lead, and GG. GG well played. A much more aggressive game here by Spirits, but as we mentioned, like, I feel like this is how you want to approach Geralt. Like, you want to try to stop him early on before he can get comfortable. So that's the way to go. As we're now getting into game number 2. Let's go. We're jumping to game 2. Game 2 is going to be on Persephone, and we'll see how... we're getting into game 2, and we'll see if Gerald can recover, bounce back, and more importantly, strengthen his early game, tighten things up, and make sure he can get into a 3-base economy without too much issue. Now, I don't expect to see Spirit go for the same build and go for the same cheese or the same proxy, not at all. We'll see how he does mix things up. Show us what you got. We go. So jumping into game 2 this morning in the top left hand corner of Persephone, we have the Polish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Streamer Zone. Down in the series, we'll see if he can bounce back and force the ace match. It is Gerald. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Polish Terran player representing ROC Esports. Leading the series 1-0. It is Spirit. We go. So we are settling into game 2, and again, last game, as a reminder, Spirit kicking things off with a Proxy 2-Rax Bunker Rush with Mass Marine. This time the Rax is back at home. This time more of a standard opener. Calming things down early on. Now, this doesn't mean that there's not going to be aggression here. I mean, we could still see Spirit commit on 2 bases. We'll keep an eye on his tech. We'll keep an eye on how he does develop coming into a longer game. But we do expect aggression out of Spirit, for sure. We do expect it. Gerald moves out with his probe scouts. Shout out to the FEL logo. Go. As we have Gerald going for the pylon block, and he will disrupt the CC. You can see here that it's slightly off center, so it's going to have to be lifted and landed. Likewise, does DPS down the initial SCV, does force a second SCV down to the low ground. Gerald just being as annoying as possible, but at least he does confirm economic build. Right? He confirms, okay, CC is back at home, Rax is back at home, everything's looking normal here. No crazy proxy this time. As Reaper's looking for the probe, by the way. Searching for the probe, it does miss it. Reaper moves out, and the probe can move back in. The safety bunker on the way. Ooh, the probe does not get the SCV. And will be hunted down. From here, we can just settle in. My eyes are going to be on Gerald. We have our tech of choice going for a Twilight Council opener. And from here, we'll see if Gerald goes for a safe opener and a safe build, referring to 3-gate blink into a 3rd, or if he cuts corners and tries to be a little bit greedier. Against a Rax expand from Spirit, I would say that Gerald is most likely safe to go for a 2-gate opener instead and cut some corners, as the Reaper is going to be sniped, no scout into the main. The ball is in Gerald's court. Meanwhile, a 1-1-1 out of Spirit. Faster starport. Going for the starport, making a single Hellion. I don't expect to see any more from here. Just single Hellion for scouting. Yep, into Widow Mines, into what looks to be a mine drop. Meanwhile, here comes a hallucination, and this hallucination is designed to scout the add-ons, to get an eye on, are you making early Cyclones? Are you making early tanks? Are you making an early Banshee? What exactly is happening? And it will confirm no add-ons here on the starport or the factory. There we go, no add-ons. Confirms the mine drop. Second Rax is on the way. Hellion rushes into the bases. And we spoke earlier that we can try to cut some corners here, but it's going to be 3-gate blink. Okay, so 3-gate blink out of Gerald. Cleans up the Hellion. Hellion gets full scanning information, and now Gerald can expand. Ooh, as the SCV does get in. Not bad. Sniping, almost sniping some SCVs. There we go. 2 SCVs going down. Not bad. Now the tech labs are on the way. As the mine drop is slipping in. Mine drop into the main. No major damage yet, but we'll actually pick up. We'll save one of the winter mines. We'll save one, and we'll... Oh, barely save the other. Slick moves there by Spirit. Very nice. Hallucination comes in. Again, we're rescanning to check to see if there's any research on those tech labs. As we dip into the main, and there it is. Gets eyes on no research here. Tech labs are on. We have Stim on the way. Combat shields on the way. 0 tanks. That's also pretty crucial. So 0 tank production instead, and much, much earlier Stim timing. So 3-1-1 setup, early Stim, early combat shields. Raven is out. I would say that because there's no tank production, this does give Gerald the opportunity here to be active and to try to poke in and get some damage done. But instead, he's distracted, or he's kept busy here by the drop. Now we see the move out, but I do think this is late. It's a bit of a later move out here from Gerald. I think he could have fanned out earlier. Raven towards the bases. Feedback after the auto tart, unfortunately. As damage is done. Focus in position. They get a marine. Oh, but they just blinked. They get punished. Yeah, the brutal pick off here, losing 1, 2, 3, all 4. Oh my god, barely 1 stalker makes it out, but again, that was a brutal loss here for Gerald. And despite the stim, and now that marines, they can just heal up. Yeah, they can just heal on up. Oh god, that is... This healing pad is brutal here with this early stim timing. You can stim more freely. We could have even seen a second stim. True. We'll run drop back in. Army does rush forward as the storm is done. Shows the storm. Oh, he does stand in it. He does stand in the storms. Oh my god. Best storm that we could have hoped for here for Gerald. That was the best storm. And with that, he should hold. Yeah, he should hold on. Again, Spirit, he just took the storm to the face. And Gerald does defend. Meanwhile, auto charge into the mineral lines. Spirit forced to back up. And Gerald, he's holding nicely here. He's... Oh, I spoke too soon. 7 probes! Ay, ay, ay. 8 in total with that winter mine. Didn't realize that the mine did go off. Drops are still being active. Double drop into the main. Main base is exposed. The army does react to the scan, to the drop. And once again, our toasted pylon goes down, denies the warping as well. Delays +1. Push on the right hand side. There's not really much to work with here, but it does get a shield battery. The drop does get away. Oh, snipes High Templar. That is worth it here for Spirit. Very much so worth it. As if he's not careful, he's going to lose that medevac. Yeah, medevac goes down. Spirit getting a little bit too cavalier. And as the dust settles here, even though Gerald's like technically he's holding and surviving, he's lost so many workers already. 14 probes have gone down. He's also been losing some high-tech units like High Templar. And this all adds up. Spirit, he's now happily on 3 bases. Spirit has a higher worker count. He has the better economy. He has mules as well. So Spirit, his economy is booming. And that leads into this greater army. And he's going for the 4th. He wants that 4th base. Gerald has been struggling to hold on. He's hanging in there better than game 1. Like, game 1 was just a really brutal start. Game 1 was a very brutal start, but here in Game 2, like Gerald, he's been able to hold his own a little bit more, but it's still a lot to overcome. Zone. Storm does zone away. While Army does back up. Likewise, letting the forward CC. Not bad. Gerald is being active. At the same time, double jump. No! The High Templar goes down. Forces the recall. Yeah, the Army does recall back home. So Gerald, he's no longer being active. It's going to be 7 probe kills. Spirit, he defends back at home, and now Spirit, he can push out. Now he can break out. Again, just as Geralt is able to achieve some damage, bam, Spirit, he goes in. He goes into a base, takes down 10 probes. Spirit so far still looking solid. Ghosts have arrived. Vikings are amassing. Second starport is on the way. For additional Vikings. That'll be for Colossus as a follow-up. Spirit out of position. And with that, armies that do hit both the third and the fourth base at the same time. Getting into mineral lines, 5 SCV kills, nothing major yet, but this does pull the Spirit back. 7 SCVs. Okay, nice damage here from Gerald. Ooh, Storm pops up. Nice Storm. And again, Geralt is heavily reliant on Storm. You can see how far behind Geralt is tech-wise just because he has the Bay that's on the way, and Spirit already has a second starport. Oh, but the Warping does complete. The Warping does finish. Once again, Spirit, he's out of position. He's going for his own counterattack. +2 is denied. Army's under threats. Army's pushing in. We're getting a little bit chaotic here. Spirit having a hard time responding. He lost the Armory. The Armory and the eBay as well. Is this going to be worth it? Spirit, he's counterattacking. He wants the fourth. He's up the Zealots. Tanks a Storm. Tanks another. Does get the High Templar. Is pushing through. Geralt, he races back. Nice time for the Stalkers. Nice time for the Zealot as well. Can he get another High Templar? Zed going for the mineral line. And targets out the High Templar as well. He gets, oh, he does get it. Barely not. Cool, no, he gets one. He gets one High Templar. One more Templar goes down. And nice counterattack here from Spirit. Rotating once again.
This better be good.
Oh, EMP goes off. Prism goes down. Spirit going for the Doom Drop. Gerald's not in position. He's ready here between the bases. Drop into the main. Remember, recall's on cooldown. Oh no, never mind. Just now being used. Recall into the main. And no High Templar, they're still on the way. But Gerald, he will defend. He will clean this up. This is a big loss here for Spirit. He will lose everything. Now, I'm sure he was also trying to wait and see what was going to be recalled. But at the same time, he does break the expansion. 19 probe kills. Nexus goes down. Still worth it for Spirit. But again, did lose a lot of supply. Oh. Now being forced back. Making use of the healing pad. Yeah, but Geralt, he's going to send it across the map. He's got plenty of High Templar, plenty of Storms. And Spirit, has he lost too much? Has he lost far too much here? Geralt is going for the kill. He's going for the kill. He's going for the throat. He's been losing bases, losing mineral lines. Now is the time for Geralt to push. Now is his time. Keep going. How many High Templar? 6. 6 Templar, at least 6 Storms. He's going to have more than that. Does push into the fourth. CC goes down. This is nice, but we need more. Oh. Storms A zone. Storms A zone away. Geralt, he's going for the gold. That will help him recover. Again, economically, Gerald, he's in a really rough place, but with the gold base, he can bounce back. He can bounce back with the gold. Prism into the main. Oh! Iron Shot say pop up. Gerald pushing forward. And again, while he distracts the main army, the Prism is making its way into that main base. And we spoke about it. It's like, ideally, Spirit wants to end the game early, but he hasn't been able to. He's been aggressive, he's been dropping, but not quite enough. And he never restarted +2. Yeah, the upgrades have been lacking. Remember, after the tech went down, he never started +2 again. So the upgrades are not where they need to be. Zelsay warp into the main. Zelsay overwhelm. Yeah, they overwhelm. They overpower the main base. Getting on top of the production. And Gerald, he might have just done it here. He's just bullying back Spirit. Spirit, he cannot push into this. 13 SCV kills. Takes down the CC. Takes down 2 CCs. And Gerald, he has the gold. He has the gold base fully operational. It's up and running. Oh. That's 3 backs. Storm's catching out the Metavex as well. Oh, no, the Storm. This is still quite close, though. That's a hefty amount of Vikings now going for the Colossus. First Colossus is going to go down. Storms are decent, but he's running out of Storms. Yeah, Gerald, he's down to 0 Storms for the main army. Another Colossus is about to be chased down. Brutal pickup. And from 6 down to 2. 2 High Templar. 2 Templar left. Storm goes up on the Metamax. Another High Templar moving in. Spirit, he has not seen the gold. And now he knows. Yeah, he saw the probe. He saw the probe. Yeah, he stims in. And the gold base is going to be denied. A very intense back and forth here. And this gold, this was keeping Gerald in this game. Not like this. It's going down. Gerald's catching reinforcements. Does catch reinforcements. Zelsay do hit the 3rd base. Spirit, he does rush in. Oh. He's about to be sandwiched. But there are no High Templar. Oh, it's okay. High Templar coming in. Does have a couple of Storms. Storms, they do connect. They shut down the Vikings. Yes, really once again stands in, says Storms. Oh, God. The Storms are brutal. He sends in all the Storms. And Gerald holds. Gerald holds. He cleans up the army. At the same time, he counterattacks across the map. Takes down that 19 SCVs. And Spirit, who will lose everything. He just lost almost everything here. The main army, the 3rd base. CC's burning. Gerald takes the supply lead. It's been very back and forth, but again, Spirit has had a really hard time with these main fights. With avoiding Storms specifically. Now pushing in towards the planetary. A nice micro with the SCVs. He's here to punish. EMPs, they go up. Archon's going to go down. The CC's getting very low. And it will barely survive at the cost of 22 SCVs. And Gerald, he has a center base. He has a center base up and running, taking another expansion. Gerald, he has an economy. He has 71 probes. Spirit down to 33. Yeah, Spirit, he's running out of steam. And again, we got into a longer game state. We mentioned it. As Spirit, his goal here was to end the game early. He was hyper-aggressive, was going for a bunch of drop play. He was getting damaged, but he could not end the game. And you could argue he lost too much. You could argue he lost too much when it came to his drops in the mid-game. He lost a lot of that momentum. And we are going to the ace match. Let's go. We're going to game 3. That was the hope. Or drop into the expansions. Does force a recall, does take down 2 Colossus. Okay, and the Mineral Line. 3 Colossus. Oh, wait. Oh my god, almost. It takes out at least 2, almost all 3. Clutch save there from Gerald. And the GG gets scored. That's it. That's all that Spirit had left. And Gerald, he will have the series. We're going to game 3. Let's go. We're going to game 3. We're going to the ace match. Going to the ace match, and again a very intense back and forth. Spirit, again, he had momentum for the majority of the game. I want to say for the first, I mean, you can even see here for the first 12 minutes he was ahead, he was thriving. Then he took some really rough losses. If you recall, he lost a double drop on the right, sorry, I think it was a triple drop on the right hand side, and a push on the left. Like, he bled out so much supply at once, and we saw Gerald get back into the swing of things, take control away from Spirit, get into that game. GG, well played. With that, we're going all the way to the ace match. The ace match is going to be on ley lines. And again, this could go either way. Show us what you got. So we're getting into game number 3. Now we'll see if we proxy again. This would be the time. Let's go. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of ley lines, we have the Polish Terran player. We have the red Terran being forced into the ace match. Can he bring it back? Can he bring it home? It, for RC Esports, it is Spirit. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the Polish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Streamer Zone. Tying up the series 1-1, forcing that ace match, it is Gerald. Here we go. See the chat, the upgrades so good for Gerald. If you did recall, we did mention at the time, but Gerald, he was able to get into the main base and he was able to snipe the eBay and snipe the armory, and the upgrades they never rebuilt. They never restarted for Spirit. Like, that was also during the comeback of Gerald that he did have in that game, where he was able to shut down the drops and also get across the map and snipe upgrades and get SEVs and, yeah, just take control away from Spirit. So it was a really nice recovery there from Gerald. Very nice. And we'll see how Spirit will adjust. Shall see. Claiming our own natural base. So it's just going to be an economic opener, racks expand, out of Spirit, going for a single gas. Nothing crazy. And of course, Gerald does confirm that. Dips into the main. Will eventually be hunted down. And once again, we'll see how greedy Gerald's going to be as a response to this. Last game, he still just went for a 3-gate opener, 3 gates into his own third. See if he goes for less gateways. We'll see if he goes for something more assertive as well. Remember, last game, Spirit, he didn't make a single tank. He went into an earlier second racks, into earlier stim, into a really heavy bio composition, which I feel like is catered towards Persephone just because of the healing pad, right? It was just really good to make use of the early stim, just because you can just heal up right after. Meanwhile, we have our starport on the way. Once again, singular Hellion for scouting, into most likely Widowmine drop. So while accounts open out of Gerald, getting into Blink. Oh, I assumed Hellion into Widowmine. It's going to be Hellion into early Tech Lab. Okay, this time a much earlier Tech Lab here by Spirit. With this, can lead into early Cyclone or an early add-on swap. Here we go. There it is, early Cyclone here out of Spirit. I'm going for early drop play. So Spirit, he's mixing it up. Mixing up his build. Gerald packing in once again 3 gates. So once again 3-gate blink into a 3rd base. So once again we have a bit of a safer start here by Gerald. Spirit moving out early on to catch out any stray units. Actually pushing with everything he has. The armies, they pass by each other. That's where he does push out. At the same time, there's not much of them to defend. Only 2 Marines. So these 2 gateway units, they can get quite a lot done. Yeah, boys are being pulled as if he's going to be going down. And Spirit, he turns around, he races back home. Brutal damage. Yeah, 4 SCV kills, takes down the mule. Takes on another. I mean, he can trade with the Marines. Oh, gonna get caught out, but this is worth it. This is still worth it here. 1 Stalker, 1 Adept for 4 SCVs, and to force the army back home. Nice damage behind this, going into tank production and Banshee play. Gerald, he is rescouting. He does get eyes on the tech labs, he knows. Or at least he's more or less aware. He barely missed the move out. No. Does miss it. The army is somewhat being active. Oh no, he's pushing on the right hand side. He's gonna miss the move outs completely. I believe he did get a glimpse here on the Banshee. Okay, Gerald, he does pivot back around to the center. Boys are being pulled. Tank is getting caught out. Very nice rotation. Does snipe the tank. Yeah, massive pickoff. Tank goes down. Banshee as well. Okay, Banshee does survive. We get the mass repair. Mass repair, recall back home. Spirit's pushing in. The tank takes a lot of hits. But that's what the boys are for. They're here to repair. As there's Guardian Shield, he blinks on forward. It takes on the tank before the boys arrive. Ooh, but that does cost Gerald a lot of Stalkers. Yeah, so many Stalkers go down. Leading out Stalkers, leading out the Sentry. Spirit, he does push into the mineral line. And he denies the warp in as well. Ay. Now pushing in towards the gateways. He wants that pylon. Does run the army away. Pylon goes down, denies extra warp ins. Down to 1 gateway, boys are being pulled. Oh, the juggling. The control. Oh my god. Yeah, with that, Gerald, he will hold. He will be able to hold on here, but he's holding on with a handful of Stalkers. He's still rallying across the map. Spirit, he's still going for it. He's still rallying. He knows how close he is to just breaking Gerald here and now. Gerald throwing down extra gateways, trying to repower those gates. Ooh, takes down the medevac. Medevac does go down, but the tank is on the way. Behind this, 2 gates only. He's got 2 gateways. He has limited economy. Losing another Stalker. Lose another. Ooh, Banshee goes down. Nice pickoff. No repairs. Yeah, late repairs there from Spirits. He doesn't really have much left here to work with. 4 Marines and a tank. And Gerald holds. Ooh, Gerald, he does hold on. He does shut this down. And where exactly are we here? I mean, again, Spirit, he was very dedicated. He threw away so much supply. The 3rd CC just now starting. And Gerald, he holds, he defends. His own tech was also delayed as well, true. Like, both players, they delayed their tech. Stim only just now beginning. Gerald pushing into 2 tanks, though. Gets 1. Let's catch 1 tank. Let's cancel the bunker. As Gerald, he does reinforce, rallying in those zealots. Bust into the bases. And he barely does not get the tank. That was a lot of zealots. Does trade with the SCVs. Does trade. 8 SCVs going to be going down. Catching out the Banshee. So there we go. Gerald moving out. Oh, it's just a Spirit pushing out. Sorry, a little bit distracted. We see Gerald collapsing in from behind. Does come in a little bit too soon here. As Gerald, he is punished. Again, he has 2 flanks. Storm is done. And Spirit, he needs to find some damage here. Again, his third base is late. His economy is delayed. Spirit is falling behind. The supply does lie. Oh, it's pre-sieged. Nice catch. Does catch the army, takes on one of the High Templar. But again, the longer this goes on, the better it is for Gerald. He's on 77 workers. The supply disparity is about to get out of control. Spirit, he's pretty all in. He has to break through. Sieging between the bases. Trying to break the natural. Storms are buying time. Gerald, where are those warpins? Gerald, he's got 1,000 minerals in the bank. What's going on? I was about to say that he should have an army here. Again, he's got 1,500 minerals. How many gates? 10. He's got plenty of gateways. He's been missing warpins. Yeah, he's been missing warpins. Storm on the tanks. And this is getting closer than it needs to be. He's got almost 2,000 minerals. Gerald, Bappy, what's going on? We need those warpins. As Spirit, he does take a lead. Spirit is pushing forward. Again, when the army was posturing here, Gerald, he was starting to bank up. Gerald, we need to spend our money. And with that Spirit, he is pushing forward. He's dropping here on the left. Again, this should have been a bit of an easier hold here for Gerald, but now he's up against the wall. Wouldn't mind your set. Gerald trying to reinforce. Claim another base. I mean, if he can preserve his bases, then it's still okay. But Spirit, he's waiting for the ghosts. EMPs have arrived. He's looking for the High Templar. Oh, brutal mine shots. Brutal mines are connecting. High Templar, they're coming from behind. Spirit pushing in. We get an okay storm. EMP does connect. There's one more storm left. And Gerald hold. Whew, okay, Gerald, he does hold on, he does defend. Now getting a second robo, now getting a bay as well. A lot of this tech is late for Gerald, I will say that. Again, as he was holding on there, as he was trying to defend, he was missing warpins, he was also delaying his tech. So this is a bit of a shaky mid-game here from Gerald. It's been very shaky. As we're going for almost a base trade. Oh, army does recall. He recalls back home. Magic's going off, takes down the prism. Yeah, nice snipe here from Spirit. Very nice. Takes down the prism, takes down the mineral line as well. Drop here into the bases, and Spirit, he's done it. He's done it. This one he has broken Gerald. Ay, ay, ay. Again, Gerald, he's in a really good position in the first, 10 minutes of this game, or first 8 minutes even. He survived the first wave of aggression. He was able to take a lead. He was up 20 workers. He was up in bases. Ay, ay, ay. And Spirit here overwhelms. Takes down the natural, pushes in, takes down the 5th base as well. Gerald is just being pulled apart. And with that Spirit, he's now takes that lead away from Gerald, the economic lead specifically. Gerald, he had the economy, not anymore. The Bay is still on the way, got sniped earlier, so no Bay, no Colossus, still limited splash damage, only High Templar, only Storm. Templar Archives has to be rebuilt as well. Not like this. Now, Gerald, he still has a standing army to work with. He still has 2 High Templar, and he has a couple of Storms to his name. Now, he doesn't find a way in. Doesn't find a way in. Now, Gerald, he can stabilize if he's able to keep Spirit pinned, right? If he can slow the game down, re-expand, double expand even, which Gerald is about to do. If Spirit is passive, then Gerald can recover. And Spirit, he's still licking his wounds. Being kept home by the main army. All good things here for Gerald. There we go, Disruptors are on the way. And Disruptors are a way to recover in this game. They're a way to pop off, to make up for a supply disparity. Okay, and this time the upgrades won't be denied here from Spirit. It's got 2-2 on the way. About to finish. Might as well split that flanking High Templar. Moves him on the right. Going for the EMP. The army is close by enough. And Spirit, he's going to be cleaned up. Oh, can he get the base though? Oh my god, he barely does. Yeah, 2 drops takes down the Nexus. Pushing towards the left-hand side, sorry, the right-hand side as well. There are Disruptors. Yeah, Disruptors, they zone away. Zone away the army. He's holding on. They are popping up, zoning back the army. Does get zoned away. Gerald, again, he's very much so back in this. With all these Disruptors, he can take a fight. And he's recovering. Like, he was able to double expand. He successfully double expanded. Now, I might have just spoken too soon because here come the Marines. Gets into a mineral line. Does force a recall. Only 5 probe kills. Could have been worse. Spirit is still the first to max out. Like, Spirit, he still has the edge. God, he has to try to respond. Here, rotating over. Gerald, he's getting to 3-3 upgrades. Oh, very nice Storm. Storms are connecting. Spirit, he deals with the Zealot run by. Oh no, the Disruptors into overextend. That's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Disruptors. And very nice splits as well. He splits, he avoids all the Novas. That was 4 Disruptors going down. The 5th one barely survived with 4 HP. No. And we spoke about Geralt recovering in this game and having potential with the main fight. That is true if he kept the Disruptors alive. Not like this. So a brutal loss there for Gerald. Now he still has 3 Novas and 1 Storm. First Nova goes off. No major connection. Here's that second Nova. There's 1 Nova left. Storms, they leave the charge. EMP doesn't go up. And Geralt will take over that low ground expansion. Does get a kill. Not bad. He kills the base at the same time, though. Spirit, he will kill the Northern Nexus. Yeah, he does EMP as well. No recall. Army's racing over. The base goes down. But can Spirit escape? Can he get out of here? This is being cornered. He has to load up. The 1-man wreck goes down. And he does stim away. He's able to stim away, able to stim out. Spirit rotating over towards the northern base. Dropping into the mineral line. Oh! Decent Nova. And once again, we're going to be trading bases. Nova does connect. It takes down the Marauders, takes down the Ghosts as well. Big loss here for Spirit, losing the expansion. And we're going for the base trade. At this point, we're going for the base trade, but we have Colossus, we have Disruptors. Like, I do favor the main army here for Gerald. Does recall to the third. Like, in a head-on fight, Gerald has a lot of potential. Speaking of, here come the Novas. Oh my god, they do connect. Yeah, Nova goes off. And Gerald, he does it. Gerald, he does it. He takes the main fight. He'll clean up the Marauders, the Ghost, the Medics, everything. And Gerald, he does it. Keep going, Bappy. Send it. Send it, Bappy. And again, just some rough fights here from Spirit, leading out a lot of supply. He did snipe some bases, true, but it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. As Gerald was able to punish. Gerald still has an expansion. Still has an economy, and I can't say the same for Spirit. Spirit, he's running out of money. Running out of bases. But he got here. He got here. Yeah, as again, the Empire army does spread, but we have Storms, we have plenty of Novas. Like, Gerald, like, there's no shot he loses this fight. He's got plenty to work with. Nice EMP on the High Templar, but there's still another Storm coming in. Zones away. Disruptors, they're now off for cooldown. Nova goes off. Taking out both Widow Mines. And Gerald, he just bullies back the ground army of Spirits. Oh, Disruptors are exposed. One over connects. Yeah, and GG gets called. Gerald he overwhelms. Then Gerald he will take the series 2-1. Advancing on to the main event, to the playoffs of the Fusion Esports League Polish Championship. GG. GG, well played. A very intense final game here, very back and forth. There was some strong moments for Gerald, then stronger moments for Spirit as well. Very back and forth. You saw Spirit, he was able to pull Gerald apart, snipe bases, snipe the economy, take a lead, but then he, you could argue, overextended himself. He bled out a lot of supply and lost bases himself. We saw that Gerald, he was able to recover, get into Mass Disruptor, deny expansions, and make sure that Spirit didn't really have an economy to work with. He ran out of money towards the end there. He was running out of bases, running out of SCVs, and likewise took some brutal fights as well. Took some brutal fights. GG, well played. With that, Gerald, he does claim the series, and he will be a part of the top 4 of the playoffs. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're going to be getting ready for the elimination match, bearing in mind that Art and Bappy, they were lying in wait. We're going to be going on a very short break. When we come back, we'll have a best of 5 between our 2 Polish Protoss players. We'll see you soon after the break. See you soon. Bye. See you soon.